I'm sitting here in front of the big tent here. I'm looking for somebody to talk to. I know a couple of the people from Anon that are up in here. I can't find them right now, and I got a couple other homies that I've been around with. You know, I come through here often, and I've seen them. If I see them, I'll get them. I'll get them to talk, but I can't find them right now. But I was just walking by a guy, and I heard him. I heard him talking, and he said, I was tearing up, like a normal guy wearing a suit. He's right there, that guy, and he said, "I'm almost tearing up when I saw this display." Um, I don't really understand that. You know, this. I mean, this is great. You know, democracy in action and all that, but you know, what is the message here? You know, really tearing up. We got soldiers fighting. You know, I just saw somebody, uh, a soldier posting, saying he's part of the 1%, but he's working and he's fighting for our country. You know, tear up for those guys. Tear up for the veterans. Tear up for legitimate people that are like trying to go to school and trying to work and trying to make it through this whole mess. You know, like the thing is it goes without saying, every generation, you know, has their Great Depression or has their you know, their Vietnam War. This is not a new concept. This is nothing new. Economics are cyclical, and I think that's been lost. And all. Yeah, we got hit a little bit harder this time, but we were nowhere near the Depression era of what happened during the oil crisis of Jimmy Carter's years. Unemployment was higher by, I think, don't quote me on this, I think it was 3% higher. I think it might even been a little bit more than that during the late 70s, when the oil crisis and the embargoes went on, right before Reagan came into power. So, you know, what people act like every time one of these things come around, that we're standing up and we're doing something unique and we're stopping this. You're really not. You know, this is really a futile attempt of, you know, maybe it's good for some people, like they're unleashing their negativity or whatever they believe is their negativity. I sort of look at it as, you know, people are just trying to express their individuality, and there's so many more ways to express your individuality than putting on some masks and finger painting some signs and living in a tent. You know, that's really not stopping anything. You know, if you really want to stop the system or change the system, the best way to change the system is from the inside. You go and you get an education, you pick up a book, you know, you work harder. That's the American way. The American way isn't this idea that things are just given to you. America's hard. Freedom's hard. Democracy's hard. It's not something that's easy that you just get. You know, it's got to be worked for. And I think that message, you know, I know I've kind of said this before, but I think that message has been lost in all this. You know, I mean, if you want to be a Tibetan monk, move to Tibet. You know, move to Tibet and do yoga and eat lotus flowers, you know, or whatever they eat in Tibet, and you know, take kung fu and shave your head and do that whole deal, and the whole your Zen kind of way of life. This is America, and America isn't built on that ideology or those fundamentals. You know, America doesn't work like that. Um, you're not going to get a free ride here. You're not supposed to get a free ride. You know, people, the idea that people should be penalized because they picked up a book or were smarter than you or had the ability to do something that you couldn't do is not is that's communism. That's socialism. You know, and we saw how that worked out for everybody. It's you know, you work harder if you can't achieve something, if things aren't working out for you. You know, uh, if you want to blame somebody, you know, for this whole idea, and I'm going to say this one more time, what happened is in the 90s, when Bill Clinton was in office, they dropped the standards for the housing market. It happened when Bill Clinton, through Acorn, was in office. All right, like I said, economics are cyclical. They run in 6 to 8 year terms. Right, what is happening now, you will feel the effects in 6 years. That's how it works. So Bill Clinton lowered the standards for getting a house. Then everybody went out and started buying these houses because the mortgages and the standards and the rules dropped so anybody could get a house, because they were trying to get minorities houses, they're trying to get the poor houses. Everybody doesn't deserve a house. All right. Well, what happened was, because all these people started buying these houses because they lowered the standards, construction boom started happening. So they started building all these houses. So when they started building all these houses, what happened is that property values on all these other houses started climbing, and everybody started thinking they were going to climb forever. So all these people started remortgaging their houses. People who didn't have any business buying a house in the first place. So they were incurring debt on top of debt. Well, what happened was the World Trade Center happened. That happened. They didn't have time to fix the Ponzi scheme. They knew it was going to come. They knew it was going to happen. When the World Trade Center happened, it put a big cramp on the American on our budget, on our GDP. It shut down trade. It really affected us. And then the house of cards fell before they could have time to fix it. They knew it was going to happen. So then all the foreclosures started happening. When all the foreclosures started happening, all the banks got busted out. Now, this isn't a problem that just shut down the banks, shut down the rich. This didn't happen because of the rich people. This happened because people were irresponsible with their money. Society as a whole is irresponsible with their money in America. And what these people are protesting for or talking about, or what they want, are the same ideas that caused this mess in the first place. So, I mean, if you're going to go, that's why I don't agree with the whole Occupy. The idea and the spirituality behind it is great, but I mean, a lot of these people here, they knit wool hats and they eat bran and they don't really want to do anything. So, I mean, what are they really protesting for? What do they really want? Do you really want a house? Do you really want to go get a good job at the technology place? Do you really want to go work in a factory? None of you do. So what are you protesting? Are you protesting that everybody, all the normal people, we're all supposed to go and knit wool hats now and quit working in the factories and quit going to school and quit educating ourselves? What are you trying to accomplish here? You're not really trying to accomplish anything. You're not against the war. I don't see anything. We're against the war. We're the 99%. I mean, I don't get it. But there's pretty much no action going down here. You know what I'm gonna do? I really don't have any schoolwork. I'm caught up. I'm gonna go do my schoolwork and go put myself in a position to change the system from the inside, man. So that's Josh Lewis. I'm going to sign off here. There's really nobody I really want to talk to. The next video I'm going to make isn't going to be so political and active or anything. I wish I could find somebody to talk to, but I really don't have anything to say to any of these people. So you be good, and hey, see you on the next one.